Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick and today guys we're going to be jumping into the world of XRP, taking a look at what's been going on most recently with the price action, what we think is going to happen next and all that wonderful stuff. As I get into this video, if you find it useful and informative, hit the like button, I do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Now if you haven't yet joined us in Discord, the link is in the description down below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there. So why not go ahead and check that out today. You'll also find links to our Patreon services down in the description below as well. We offer a lot more for our Patreon members via Discord, everything from AMAs twice weekly, project reviews, what Chris and myself are doing in terms of buying, selling and staking, some trading, and a whole host of additional benefits. If any of that sounds of interest to you, why not go ahead and check those out in the description below. Let's make a start with XRP though, right? So XRP paired up with USDT. On the hourly chart, Binance is the data source. Now, I've removed a lot of the noise off of this chart right at this moment in time, just so that we can kind of take a cleaner look at what is going on here. Now, we were going up in this kind of really impulsive five-wave fashion. Let me just zoom out a fraction here so you can kind of see 1, 2, 3, 4, and then potentially 5, right? And time has progressed on so much now that I think this just simply might not be what is going to be occurring, okay? And I was looking at this area here. Is there a way that you might say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? And I just don't see it. So if anything, I think that we've got here is a three-wave structural move to the upside, a little bit of a bounce and things like that. So we want to analyze what's going on in this little area here and see if we can make sense over what is going on. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into this. Okay, so we were looking at this as like maybe an ending diagonal structure with 3 waves up, 3 waves down, 3 waves up, 3 waves down, and looking for 3 waves up to finish it. But I think now so much time has progressed on, I just don't think that's necessarily something that's actually going to occur. So let's go ahead and actually tidy this up a little bit, right? I'm going to remove some of these pieces off of here. I'm going to leave that local low though and leave that one in. So looking at it, we've got a few different options, right? We go 3 up here, for example. We then kind of come 3 down here, and we only have this kind of bigger move here. And I think for the most part, we're probably going to end up taking it like this and just leave it as a 3-wave structure like that. And of course, what we can do is make it also like this as well, just have it as a 3-wave move. So I think that's kind of where we sit. So I'm going to leave it like that for now, and then we're going to progress this way. Okay, so we can come down here. We also see that we're down in 3 waves, nothing too much at this point there, and then we go up in 3. So that comes up here, 1, 2, and 3. That's okay. And then it looks like we've got to come down, right? So 1, 2, potentially 3. So let's go ahead and just find out where that one should potentially finish if it is a typical 3-wave move. Let me just move that out of the way and grab this on here. Okay, so if it is a typical 3-wave structure, then we're talking about 41.14 cent just down at the bottom here. Okay, and I'll park that right there and then remove the fib. Now, when we come into this, we can take a look at a few different things. I'm going to go ahead and put on this local low here, and I'm going to put the local high up there as well. And we can start to analyze, what's going on. Now, there's a couple of things here that are interesting to me. One, we have a subwave count of 1, 2, and 3 there. We kind of have a really minor one here, and we actually are looking like we're close to completing this one. So it could just be that we don't really go down as low as 41. It could be 43 on the 1-to-1 with the sub count. So 1, 2, and 3 coming here. So I'll go ahead and just grab a little label and put that on there. That comes in at 43.72. Go ahead and remove that. So go ahead and grab a yellow box. I'm going to connect these two price targets and labels together. So I think anywhere in there seems to be a pretty comfortable area for XRP. Okay, let's go ahead and just drag that label across. So we have those kind of counts. Now, if we were to come down to this lower end, that would put us close to a double bottom, a little bit more than that, but that would be a pretty much minimum expectation of a 3-wave structure, and then a reversal to the upside. Okay, so all of these are short-term corrective moves. Now, it still can be an ending diagonal. I just don't think it should take this amount of time to play out. But Elliott wave theory is not time-based. It just kind of, isn't really typically what you would tend to see. So we should be, thinking about alternative options. But it is still possible that we could rally up into that fifth wave. I just don't think it's likely at this point. So looking at it, we've got some interesting kind of structures going on. We're going to go 3, 3, 3. Down. That's basically just completing that, and then maybe a 3-wave move to the upside. Now, if we bring our stochastic RSIs into play, we can see that we're overbought on the 1-hour chart, okay? And we can see that on our indicator on the right-hand side here. This is the indicator that we made for our Patreon members down in Discord. So if you're a Patreon member or looking to become a Patreon member, then you'll be able to get access to the Cheeky Crypto SRSI indicator. What this does is it lists out all the timeframes that we often use on the channel, and then basically it tells us whether we are overbought or oversold on that time frame. This is also customizable, so you don't have to use my timeframes. You can change these to whatever you kind of want. But for the most part, we're overbought on the 1 hour, not on the 4 hour. We'll take a look at that. Oversold on the 8 and the daily, but overbought on the weekly and oversold on the monthly. So there's definitely some volatility to be expected here. Let's just check that 4-hour chart. Just coming out of the oversold area. So there could be a really big push to the upside real soon, but I think we have to come back down first. Okay, that could be that this becomes a nice little buy zone for a bit of a swing trade to the upside. Okay, that's a possibility. I would want to obviously check to make sure that that is something that is possible, but for the most part, it's looking like there's going to be a pretty big move upwards at some point soon. And again, that could be that it's the ending diagonal looking to be finished. It's just really hard to say whether that is what's going on at this point in time, specifically as we break down here. Now, the other thing to kind of concern ourselves with, I say concern, it's not really a concern, it's kind of the basis of the pattern that we have, is going to be the head and shoulder pattern. And we can kind of see this coming in here, 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 and coming down here. Okay, so we'd have this head and shoulder pattern, which obviously is bearish, and you'd break down from here, and you could come into this little accumulation zone. Okay, so it looks like we'll be coming down to test the neckline soon. Yeah, real soon, in fact. I think that will probably happen pretty soon. And let me just adjust everything on this side. Looks okay. So yeah, so for the most part, if we think of it as like a head and shoulder pattern, that also would confirm this low area here, and then a bit of a move to the upside. But again, this is something that would happen when you see 3 waves like this and 3 waves down like this. It is going to be a head and shoulder pattern. There's no other way of looking at that. So for the most part, that's kind of where we're at place XRP at the moment. I'm thinking small move down, and then maybe breaching that 55.9 briefly before pulling back again at some point in the future. We should be blissfully aware, though, that the weekly chart requires massive correction, whereas the daily and the 4 hour, for example, they can rally up and get some decent traction to it, but essentially we are going to need to have a pretty significant correction down in order to correct that weekly time frame. But for now, I'd say we've got a small move down and then a bigger move to the upside. So guys, I'm going to leave this video right there. If you found it useful and informative, hit the like button. I do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then go ahead and subscribe and join us down in Discord. Love to see you down there. Other than that, have a fantastic day, guys, and I'll catch you all in the next one.